Birmingham, where it's international eliminator time. Now, in the women's competition, we have Russia against Australia. Ludmila's on 20 points, Lourene's on 34 points. That's a 14-point difference, giving Lourene a 7-second head start. Over to John Anderson.
Australia, you will go on my first whistle. Russia, you will go on my second whistle. 3, 2, 1.
30-year-old Lourene from Melbourne, Australia begins her run. A PE teacher and 3-time world karate champion. Here comes Ludmila Machtchenko. She's 21, an athlete from the city of Voronezh in Russia. Lourene up the rope and onto the overhead ladder. Her fellow Australian screaming for her. Luda on the rope and struggling. This delay will cost her. Lourene on the rollers. Oh, nearly takes a flyer. Composes herself on the nets, climbing carefully, can't afford another mistake. Luda looking unhappy on the hand ladder, designed to sap the strength in the arms. Lourene hauls herself to the top of the nets and jogs to the furthest zip. Luda on the rollers, needs to dig deep, keep her head and hope Lourene makes an error on the balance beam or the travelator. Lourene sweeps down the line, knows the graveyard is next. Luda on the nets, and the flags are out for her. Lourene on the beam, good controlled technique. To be a world karate champion, you've got to be some kind of superwoman. Steals herself for the punishing travelator ahead. She pumps it up, she's there! And into the semi-finals, Lourene Bevaart from Australia. Aussie contender Andrew Halliday delighted. Luda, she might as well enjoy the atmosphere here at the indoor arena. She's got 7,000 people screaming for her. She's done well and comes second to an exceptional contender. Well, those flags have sold well tonight. Now digs deep up that travelator. Wobbles a bit, but she's there. Pauses to acknowledge the crowd. Ludmila Machtchenko from Russia swings through the burst to defeat the eliminator.
Huge congratulations. It looked to me as if you walked the eliminator.
I don't think so. I got it pretty hard.
Well, it looked very easy, except for one small problem there just before the net.
Yeah, I lost my balance there, but never mind, I got onto the mat, so I was lucky.
You did very well. Will you come back and do it all over again?
You bet I will.
Here's your medal. Let's hear it for Lourene of Australia. Well done.
Ludmila, it certainly wasn't a lack of effort. As you look back at the competition, where did things go wrong for you?
Simply, she's been more lucky than me today.
A memorable performance, nicely done, okay? Come back and see us. Ludmila Machtchenko of Russia. In the men's eliminator, it'll be Csizmazia of the USA versus Prince Sunney of South Africa. We'll have that race after this.
Next, he's never short of a trick.
When I think of America, I think of big wide open spaces, big buildings, big cars, the land of golden opportunity, where nothing's impossible. Hawk for president, that's what I say. If Ronald Reagan can do it, anybody can. Mind you, Hawk, you're going to have to get a proper haircut. One like this one, mate.
You can make all, you have all possibilities to make there something. So it's also, when I think of California, for sporting people, it's a dream.
Cowboys, Indians, buffaloes, Baywatch, particularly Pamela Anderson. What if she's a relation to John Anderson? We'll have to go and find out.
I guess certain parts are very beautiful and some things are a little bit overdone, but other than that, the people are a lot of fun.
Everything's got to be bigger and better than everywhere else, and we'll have to wait and see if their gladiators and their challenges are bigger and better than everyone else.
Well, fighting talk from Tower, and America's Csizmazia has some fighting to do. He trails South Africa's Prince Sunney by 10 points, which means Prince will have a 5-second head start for a place in the international semis, the US of A versus South Africa.
South Africa, you will go on my first whistle. USA, you will go on my second. 3, 2,
Prince Sunney from Johannesburg, a 22-year-old actor and model. He's also one of South Africa's leading American footballers. Here comes Csizmazia, a 26-year-old snowboard instructor from Ketchum, Idaho. And Ketchum is what he's got to do. Prince to the rope, and Pat looks to be gaining. Prince to the handbike. His junior fans on their feet. And Pat coming through. Prince with an awkward technique, and it's cost him the lead. And Pat hits the rollers first. Next comes the net. Prince follows him. The Prince can see the crown slipping through his fingers. And Pat, tremendous, reaches the top first. The American has disposed of that 5-second deficit and is going some across to the furthest zip. Down for a 25-mile-an-hour splashdown and turns his attention to the balance beam. Arms spread for balance. Prince lands. Pat sprinting. He's going for it. Big, long strides up the travelator. He's there. Pat Csizmazia of the United States swings into the semi-finals. Pull back a 5-second deficit. Won with ease. Here comes the Prince. Scoots to the top. Hauls himself up. Or just. He's going to savour the swing. His last piece of apparatus on International Gladiators. Prince Sunney of South Africa. Great contender.
Well, Pat, how did you feel?
It's just good to get through the finish line and be in front of Prince.
Well, certainly. And I've just heard you did it in 56 seconds.
It's good. I'm pleased with that. I'm pleased with that.
You should be. Unfortunately, you're going to have to come back and do it all over again, but you're through to the semis. Here's a medal, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the semi-finals. Let's hear it for Pat of the US. Well,
Big man, I think everybody here in the National Indoor Arena agrees that you had one heck of a day. Problem about the Eliminator is one of the few events in sport that favor the good little man over the good big man.
Yeah, actually, he's a very fast guy, but I got a problem on the net there. I couldn't climb it fast anyway. I just did my best.
Prince, I'll tell you what, you accomplished the thing that you set out to do. At the top of our show, you told us that you were proud to represent South Africa and you were willing to die for your country. You gave every ounce of energy you had. You've got a lot to be proud about.
Yeah, thank you. Again, I'm thanking all the people here for giving me the support and the spirit to carry on.
I know you want to salute them. They're ready to salute you here. Congratulations. Prince Sunney of South Africa.
So, we wish the Prince a safe journey home and look forward to seeing Pat in the semis.
So, two new contenders advance to our semi-finals, and I think you'll both agree that they have the potential to be champions.
they certainly do, and if Pat's anything to go by, that was certainly a very fast eliminator. 56 seconds, something to keep our eyes on.
And I think we can honestly say that all four of the contenders tonight were stars in their own right.
They certainly were.
Well, that ends our day here at the National Indoor Arena in Birmingham, England. For Kimberly Joseph and Ulrika Johnson, I'm Mike Adamley. We'll see you again next week on International Gladiators.
See you then.
For safety reasons, do not attempt to recreate any of the events you have seen on Gladiators.